On original sound. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We come to this seventh day, the end of our week. Many people think that the world and the work of creation was done over 6 days. And what Shabbat comes every week to teach us is that creating holy space for time to celebrate our lives, to reflect on our work, is what gives sense, what gives its dimension to the other 6 days of creation. In Shabbat we create the reflective, retrospective side of our creation. And by celebrating Shabbat, we become partners. And we answer to the divine invitation to become partners in this work of creation. We will start our Shabbat service turning our Siddurim to page 120. We have a very special guest, which is not just one special guest. You're gonna see now we have actually 4 special guests. That wait, don't light the candles yet. Not yet. Papa, don't light the candles. Wait with the Shabbat Shalom. So, are you muted? We don't hear you. Well, good job, David. We cannot hear you. Your audio is connecting. We're gonna give you some time, and in the meantime, while your audio is connecting and now connected, we want to ask you to introduce yourself. Can you tell us who you are? And I will say something else. We actually invited you initially because it was your grandma's birthday this week. So Mazal Tov, congratulations, Yom Holedet Sameach. But would you mind telling us who you are? You are Shabbat Shalom. No, you're not Shabbat.
And I'm Bella.
Bella, it's nice to see you. And you are visiting us here in Fullerton all the way from
San Diego.
From San Diego, and you are spending quality time. You are grandma's birthday gift, right? So you really look like a gift. And you know what else is a gift? Shabbat is a gift that we receive every week. And it's such a beautiful opportunity to start our Shabbat celebration, lighting candles together. So I am going to mute myself, and Gabi is already muted. You are going to remain unmuted. So we all will light our Shabbos candles, and you will lead us. And for those that are following from home, that's in page 120.
Ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tivanu lehalikne v'tivanu lehalikne Ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I can assure you that you brought so much light to so many people. Thank you for writing that. Shabbat Shalom Mevorach. May you have a wonderful Shabbat, and thank you for bringing that melody. I actually love it. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach, Toda Rabah, and happy birthday. We now will tell our Siddurim, what a joy. We'll tell our Siddurim, I don't know about your heart, but mine is smiling. So nice to see community and to see these lights lighting, Shabbos lights. We'll turn our Siddurim to page 129. We think about this love, this loving gift that Shabbat is for all of us. I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. Anile dodi bedodili. And I don't know how you are feeling, but Shabbat is the time in which we try to gather all the sources of joy that we have in our lives. We try to think of them. We try to embrace them as we come to the encounter with this divine presence, as we come to enter this palace in time. We're on page 130. Lechu Renena La Adonai. Let's come with joy to the encounter of the divine.
Lechu Renena Adonai. Naria Letzori Shenu Nekad Mafanav Betoda Bismirot Naria Lo.
Page 131. Let's sing a song of renewal. Shiro Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Shiro Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Shiro Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiro Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Asro miyom leyom. Zafru v'gorim, kevodo, Shabbat experience to be experience of personal transformation, a time in which we allow our souls to take over, and we allow our existence to be refreshed. I invite you to think for a moment what will allow you to let Shabbat become an opportunity for renewal. What you need to leave behind this week, what are things that you don't need to carry. How you convert this invitation into the reality of the next 25 hours for you. And how you allow this Shabbat to be the Shabbat of Shalom, the Shabbat of peace, the Shabbat of wholeness. What are the words that you need to leave behind, that you need to refrain from saying? And what are the words that you need to say? What are the songs that you need to sing? What are the melodies that you need to listen to? And as we think about those sacred melodies, we turn our Sidurim to page 134 for Samru L'Adonai.
Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, bechinor v'kol zimra, b'chatotrot v'kol shofar, hariu לפני המלך אדוני, לילה בחצוצרות וקול שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני. ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ביושביה, נהרות ימחאוך, יחד הרים ירננו. בחצוצרות וקול שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני, לילה בחצוצרות וקול שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני. זמרו לאדוני בכינור, זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור וקול זמרה, בכינור וקול זמרה.
Page 136. Usually when we sing Psalm 29 before Lechadodi, we rise, and even if you are not physically standing and you remain sitting, we think about bringing our bodies into the Shabbos experience. מזמור לדוד, אבו לאדוני בני אלים, אבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, אבו לאדוני כבוד שמוי, השתחוו לאדוני בעטרת קודש. כל אדוני על מים, אל הכבוד עם אדוני, על מים, על מים, על מים רבים, על מים, על מים, על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני אדוני שובר ארסים, וישבר אדוני את ארסי לבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון, בשריון כמו בן רבים, כמו בן רבים. קול אדוני חוצת למודש, קול אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, קול אדוני יכול הילוד, ויחשוף הערות, ובהיכלו כולו מרכבות, ובהיכלו כולו מרכבות, ובהיכלו כולו מרכבות. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז לאמור ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. Turn our Sidurim to page 138 as we welcome Shabbat, the bride, Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala. We come to our encounter with this sacred day, with this sacred gift.
בני שבת מקבלה, שמור וזכור, בדיבור אחד השמיענו, אל המיוחד אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, השם לתפארת ולתהילה, לכדותי לקראת כלה, בני שבת מקבלה, לקראת שבת, לכו ונרחקים. במחשבת תפילה, לכדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך, קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה, לכדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי בנפלטה. יהילתי לה לכבודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לכבודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. ביולים שיסה שעושייך, ולחתו כל נבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהיך, ניצוץ חתן אל תעלך. לכבודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפלוצי, ותדוני תעריצי, ונצחך ונגיד לכבודי. לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. Come in peace. בואי בשלום, הפרס בעולם, גם בשמחה ובצונן, תוך אמוני העם סגולה. בואי כלה, איי 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 איי, לך דודי, איי 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 לקראת קלה, איי איי פני שבת, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה, איי 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 לך דודי, איי 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 לקראת קלה, איי איי פני שבת, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. And as we welcome Shabbat to our midst, we take a moment to welcome each other, to say Shabbat Shalom. I am looking at your comments on Facebook. Miriam, yes, we are live actually. And so we are on Facebook, you can say Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos everyone. Invited to acknowledge each other and to transform this virtual space into a sacred space of sacred community as we acknowledge each other's presence. We turn now our Siddurim to page 140. Psalm 92, מזמור שיר ליום השבת.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבן, עלי היגיון וכינון, צדיק כתמר יפרח, כארץ בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, עוד ינובון בסביבה, דשנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולעב לטבור.
Page 144. יתגדל ויתקדש שם ברמה, ברמה נברח ידותה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בהגלה, בהגלה ובזמן קריב באמרו אמן. יש מרבה מבורך לעולם ולעול ועל מאיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח, יתבהר ותרומה מתנשא, בהיטהלל בהיטהלל שמת קודשה, בריחו נהנה מן כל הלכתה בשירתה, תוש וחטא ונחמתה, עמידם והלמה באמרו אמן. At this point of our service, we have prepared our hearts and our souls to welcome Shabbat. Now, we look around at the diversity of our community as we're trying to reaffirm that we have a minyan, which became a special situation during this pandemic, but we are a minyan. we are a virtual medium, but our love, and our presence, and our support for each other, and our recognition of each other are not virtual. And once we recognize each other, we can declare the unity of God. While understanding the diversity of our community, we can declare the unity of God. And I want to say once again, we are all part of this community. It doesn't matter your gender, your skin color. It doesn't matter what is your sexual status. We acknowledge all those that are intentionally a part of these people and this community.
את אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. מרסידר. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night. ומבדיל יום ומהביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, ברוך שמו, המרעיב על הרבים. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah, mitzvot, laws, and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lay down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them. For they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Dear God, never remove your love from us, from your people Israel. Baruch Ata Adonai, Bocher Be'amo Israel Be'ava. I invite you to turn your study reading to page 152 and take a moment before the Shema to think about what makes you feel loved. And as you have that idea in your mind, I invite you to take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, hold and out. We allow that love become one with us. Then once again, we will take a deep breath. As we exhale, we will go into the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We continue on page 154 with Ve'ahavta. Please join me. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם נאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אמת באמונה כל זאת בקיים עלינו, תהיו אדוני אלוהינו בן זולתו, אנחנו ישראל עמו.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Page 158, the blessing for redemption. As we said, Adonai redeemed Jacob with a hand stronger than his own. That's the power of faith, to be able to face things that we feel, we believe, are stronger than us. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Goel Israel. Now we're sitting to page 160.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you, Adonai, God of Israel. The shelter of peace is spread over us, over your people Israel, and over your holy city, Jerusalem. Page 169. This covenant between us and God, between the children and the people of Israel and God, to keep Shabbat as a part of our lives and to allow Shabbat to keep us alive. Shamro bnei Israel et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת בתורת בריתותם ביני ובן בית ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת our Sidurim to page 164 as we ask to find the words to connect with the prayer of our heart. We ask to find the focus and attention to articulate our prayer.
Adonai Safatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Teilatecha Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
וכן אדוני אלוהינו בעבר ובחזון, תודה עלינו מקדש השבת, וצל אדוני אלוהינו מלך ישראל ותפילתם בעבר תקבל, ודין הרצון תמיד עבור ישראל עמך, וקרוב לכל קוריו פנס, אמנו, והיינו, תחסלנה עינינו ונשלחה לציון, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחסיר שנתו לציון, מודים אנחנו לך שתודה אלוהינו, אלוהי אבותינו, באמותינו, לעולם בארץ וחיינו מגיישנו, אתה ולדור ועדור, נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל נזכך, שבכל יום אמנו וכל נפלאותיך ותודך, שבכל עדר הבוקר וצהריים, הטוב, וגורח ורחם ורחמים, וגם חסדיך המענים מגיבינו לך, ועל כולם יתברכנו ושכמך מלכנו, כל החיים ידעו חסלה, יהיה לנו נחמנו ציון. שלום. מלכת עמו ישראל בשלום, ונצור לשנים מאוד. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון לבי לפניך אדוני צורי בגואלי, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai my rock and my redeemer. We are at the bottom of page 180.
Shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael amen.
Now, take a moment to acknowledge people that are dealing with illness. And as we do so, I think we need to remind ourselves that we are in a pandemic and that cases are going once again up, and that we actually can be partners in healing, in bringing healing to our society. And we'll talk later, but not later today because we will talk about something else. But one of the topics of Parashat Korah is to acknowledge expertise, to acknowledge people that are leading us and are with their recommendations and their knowledge and their study, they are guiding us. And Korah challenges that, and he dies. And I would say that this is time also to accept the authority and the wisdom of our leaders and to wear masks. Even if you don't believe in that, just wear a mask. Just wear a mask and be a partner in creating a protective shield for our society. Protect your health and protect the health of our fellows. We acknowledge health providers. We acknowledge all those that are risking their health in order to keep our society functioning. We acknowledge those that are dealing with illness in their bodies, in their spirits. We acknowledge those dealing with addictions. We think of those names that are being shared online by those that participate in our service. And together we pray on page 371, Yishebrach.
Yisheberach Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu Mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We wish to all of them refuah shlema ve'achlama meira, a complete and a fast recovery. Can I ask you to turn off the original sound? Thank you so much. Parashat Korah. Are you familiar with the cartoon scene where the main character is walking confidently, gets to the end of a cliff, starts walking on a bridge, and all of a sudden looks around, looks down, and then he discovers that there is no bridge under him. And he's standing literally on earth. And on that moment, start a free fall. So this is the story of Parashat Korah, a community leader that gathers a group of people who stand up against Moses and Aaron's authority, claiming that they, Moses and Aaron, they do not deserve any special place because we are all holy. Now, in order to better understand this story, I want to go back to the end of our previous Torah portion, Parashat Shlach Lecha. The end of Shlach Lecha focuses on the mitzvah of tzitzit. And better understanding that mitzvah will give us a very interesting perspective into Korah's story. The tzitzit are the fringes that we are supposed to tie to the four corners of our garments. In a later stage, in the book of Deuteronomy, we will learn that those fringes for the purpose of tzitzit, for the purpose of creating the fringe, can mix two different fabrics, wool and linen. Now, this might seem to be completely irrelevant, but the reality is that it's a bit surprising, Because in the book of Leviticus, we learn about a prohibition to mix fabrics in order to make clothes. Now, this gets even more interesting when later on we learn through the rabbinical explanations based on the approach in Deuteronomy that it is actually the right thing to do for the purpose of tzitzit, and not just a recommendation to mix wool and linen. Rabbi Jacob Milgrom explained that this is a very interesting case in which a prohibition or something that was initially prohibited ends up becoming mitzvah aseh, a positive commandment. You shall mix them. You shall mix them. Confused? Now we shall ask two questions that might help our confusion. Help to resolve our confusion, obviously. Why was mixing fabrics forbidden in the first place? And the second one, why would the rabbis end up transforming this prohibition into a positive commandment? In the book of Exodus, we learn that the clothes of the priest shall be made out of a combination of linen and wool. So Milgrom explains that we could assume that the reason for the mitzvah later on in Leviticus not to mix different fabrics is in order to keep a distinction between the people and the priest. That distinction between Moses and Aaron and the rest of the people is what Korah is challenging. Korah is saying, you Kedoshim Elohechem, which also appears in the mitzvah of tzitzit. We just read that last week. As we learn, you shall be holy to your God. Or as we say in the book of Exodus, you are a holy people, you shall be a holy people. Now, why would this prohibition end up becoming a mitzvah? In order to answer this question, we first need to understand Korah's sin. Rabbi Shai Held, the head of the Adar Institute, offers a very interesting distinction based on the idea of the Israeli philosopher Yeshayahu Leibovich. They say that Korah fails to understand the difference between fact and aspiration. When we hear the commandment, you shall be holy, we are not being informed about the nature of our existence. We are rather being challenged to live our lives seeking holiness. Korah, similarly to that cartoon that I described, relies on a bridge, on a soul that doesn't really exist. And that actually needs to be built with our lives as we live our lives, when he's literally devoured by the earth. If we peel off one more layer, what Korah fails to understand is the distinction between being and becoming. And that has, as we said, terrible consequences. Torah tells us that he and his people are literally swallowed up by the earth. Now, this distinction between being and becoming is essential almost in all aspects of our lives. Anytime that we define any important value as an achieved status, we challenge its very existence. And I will repeat this. Anytime that we define any important value as an achieved status, we challenge its very existence. A value is not a value anymore when it loses its status as an aspiration or something that we seek. Allow me to explain what I mean by sharing two examples. Let's talk about family and community. When we refer to and think about community as an achieved goal, as a finished product, that's the moment in which you could say that you can seize the work of building community. Now, do you see the problem with that? The moment in which you stop engaging in building community, in that very moment, there is no community anymore. It's gone. Now think about your family. Being family is not just a DNA fact, or in the case of parenthood, an event that happens the day that you give birth to a child. It is rather about engaging in each other's lives, seeking to be present for each other, seeking to share with each other. The moment that you refrain from that work, well, you wouldn't be surprised that you find yourself with memories from the past, with a denominational conception, with a denominational family, with the idea that you have a family, but without any kind of relationship with those that are meant to be your family. Korah, in his misunderstanding, dismisses the purpose of our life as a people, which is seeking for holiness. When he looks at that as a finished product, as opposed to an invitation to participate in an unfolding journey, he ignores that divine invitation to live our lives seeking and becoming. Now, let's get back to the second question. So why do the Torah and then the rabbis finally seal this idea of mixing wool and linen in our garments? In order to faithfully engage in the process, we also need to be able to visualize the destination. Now, don't be confused. Visualizing the destination and tasting little of the experience doesn't mean to be in that destination. The tzitzit that we wear, exactly the same mixture that our holy priest used to wear, is a reminder of this connection between fact and aspiration, between being and becoming. It reminds us that holiness is a part of our lives and paths, and not a destination that we actually want to reach. Holiness is the unfolding of a life with purpose. And that's what we seek for. That we remember the aspiration. May we remember that we shall be holy, and may we all find the strength to remain seeking. Shabbat Shalom. We will now take a moment to acknowledge mourners in our community. We acknowledge people in different times, in different circles of mourning. We acknowledge people during the period of Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning, during the Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, during the cycle of the first year of mourning, and of course, people that have a yahrzeit this week. We invite you to share the names of your dear ones in the comments on Facebook or YouTube, as we support you as one community on page 598 for Mourners Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שם הרבה. בעלמה דברה חילותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ובימכון, וחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יאה שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי דקודשה בריחו. לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, תמידם בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. יש למרבה מן שמיה, וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the memories of your dear ones be living blessing in your life. יהיה זכרם ברוך. I want to share for those that are parents of young children, I'm quite excited that the Adar Institute has opened a great opportunity for children to engage in Mishnah study. I have been looking forward for my children to engage in some Mishnah study. They are going to be studying Tanit this week. And we published that at TVT. In TVT's news. So I want to encourage you, if you want to raise the level of Jewish education of your children, besides the activities in which your children are already participating, our congregational activities, Zooming with Newman, and all those beautiful activities that they are already engaged on, I encourage you to sign up for one of these classes that we publish on our Tivlets and to participate on that. And I also want to share that we are doing a partnership with Machon Adar. We are using their educational contents during this pandemic year, and we will be sharing some interesting wisdom. So I want to encourage you as we start to publish some of our new educational opportunities and as we start to create small groups of study, to let us know and meet community, and let's start studying together. This is a great time to do that. We will now turn our Sidurim, Gabi, to page 140. Okay, I never remember that. 42 for Shalom Aleichem. We welcome the Shabbos angels that will join us and will accompany us during this beautiful day.
Shalom Aleichem, Melechi Yesharim, Melechi Elyon, Melech Melechei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom Aleichem, Melechi Yesharim, Melechi Elyon, Melech Melechei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bochem Shalom, Melechi Shalom, Melechi הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלכי השלום, מלכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלכי השלום, מלכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלכי השלום, מלכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
And if you have a Kiddush cup, this is the time to take your Kiddush cup. ויחולו השמיים בארץ בכל צבעם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי הוא שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that He had been done, ceasing then the work of creation and leaving us an invitation to joy into the holiness of this day. God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot and grant us a share in your Torah. היינו בני אבותינו ואמותינו וצל למנוחתנו. קדשנו ומצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך. קדשנו ומצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך. שרנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך. שמחנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך. שבת קודשך, שבת קודשך. ויניחו בה ישראל מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. סברי חבריי וחברותיי.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו והרצה בנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו. זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים.
הבנו בחרת אותנו רצון הנחלתנו.
ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים.
I invite you to now connect with those that are standing next to you at home. Connect with those that your heart feels very close. As we gift each other, our children, also the millennial words of our tradition. And we think of our children, we think of our parents. Think of those that their presence we want to keep as a value in our lives, those that we want to seek for relationship with them, for a memory. Say to our boys, Yesimchem Elohim, Kefraim Bekemenashe. We will inspire you to be like Ephraim and Menashe. And to our girls we say, may God inspire you to be like Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Belea, Yesimchem Elohim, will inspire you to be like the Mars of Israel. To all of them we say, Yevachechem Adonai Beish Belechem. God bless you and protect you. Yael Adonai Anat Elechem. Because I need to be with you, and may God's presence be with you. Isa Adonai Anat Elechem. Esem lachem shalom. Be'esem lachem shalom. May we find the courage to seek holiness in our lives, to think for those things that are important to us, and as we seek to find life's purpose, may God grant us the strength and the courage and the blessing of peace. Adonai osla moitem, Adonai yivarech et amo b'shalom. Shabbat shalom everyone. Shabbat shalom. 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 Shabbat.